Well, maybe not beat, but good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, guys. It's good to see that I have it, I wouldn't say under control, but thought I'd go live and see what goes on. Kick on some oxygen. Oops, come on now. There we go. If anybody wants to join in and say hi, that's a good thing. If not, that's a good thing too. I'm just going to do a few repairs and straighten up a few things. This one is a lizard that looks pretty interesting, but I thought he's kind of nubby. In other words, short in the tail and fat in the body. So I thought I'd straighten him out, stretch him out, and give him a little bit more panache. So I gotta have the glasses on so I can see what people are saying to me. Give me a sec. Hey, Nicholas. Just wanted to just play around for a little bit. I have the glasses on, but my bifocals, you gotta. Hey, Matt. Gotta get the glasses on to do the job right. I actually have a didymium lens on the camera tonight, so should be able to see a little bit better into the flame. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but still, like I say, I'm just doing a few repairs and odds and end things here. I've got several things that could just use a little touch-ups here and there. So, without further ado, wood and height. First we're going to put a cold weld on the end of his nose. There we go. Oh, there went the lens. Dang it. I'm going to have to see if I can't put that on there better. Excuse me for a sec. Stay. Maybe a little bit more tape. I know you don't see me at the moment, but we'll get there. Wrap it around the corner. Yes. Undivided attention with tape. Maybe that'll do. Lizard King. Yeah, wow. I wouldn't say Lizard King, but I do like my lizards. Dragons are my favorite, though. I guess lizard is a reptile relative of the dragons, so I guess you could say that. Yeah, I've been on a couple of times. Never hurts. Most of my videos, though, I have to admit, are on YouTube, on the Lucian Libby channel. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to take off these legs and then put them back on. You say, how in the world can you take off legs? And put them back on. Well, guess what? There's a way of doing just about anything you want to. Yes, it is a dichroic lizard. You can't really see, well, you might, there you go. Some of the bling bling in it. It's not a heavy duty sparkly glittery, but it is dichroic, I have to admit. You see here, looking for what I'm looking for, and I can't find it, but I'll make do. First I'm going to take these legs off, and then put them back on. I know I'm doing it the hard way. But sometimes you got to do it the hard way to get the job done. If you're not happy with it, and you know that you can make it better, sometimes that's the best thing to do. Oops, yeah, it came off where I was holding on to it by. Okay, what does it say? I've seen you in your shed also. Yep, that's where I'm at tonight. Dismember that way. But it's going to get better. It's going to get its legs back, and it's going to look nice. I mean, well, I say that. There it goes again, holding up, breaking off at the... Yeah, I'm usually in my shed late at night. Because working at Wally World in the middle of the night doesn't help either. There we go, all 4 legs are off. Now we'll give it a nice stretch without really melting in all the legs and stuff. The legs were a little in the way to do this. Not a lot, just a little. Because heating up the body and stretching it the way I am, those legs would have been flumping all over the place. Yeah, dismemberment is easy. It's replacements. Actually, it's not replace. It's actually putting the same ones back on. And the bumps to where I broke off the legs are in the same place. I don't know if I'm going to get the same legs in the same place, but we're going to give it a good try, right? Because you only can put the right, well, the way the legs are right now. Now this is what I call a cold weld touch, where you can touch the piece that you're going to be putting on with a cold weld. I heated up the punte really hot, and it attaches to the arm that I just did there for a quick attachment, and then you just touch and put it in place. There you go. 2 down, 2 to go. Let me get these a little separated from each other. There we go. Next. Touch. Seal it in. I don't think I got the legs in the same... Well, I did get them on the same sides. That's interesting. There is a top and a bottom to the legs, so I did put them on the right sides. Without even thinking. It must have been subconscious or something. Keep that leg back in there and nudge it in the right direction. There we go. That's not looking too bad. Again, if you remember what it looked like beforehand, it was very nubby looking, very short, but now I've stretched it out and curled the tail a little more. And I usually, the direction that the body is going in, I usually curve the head. Okay, looks like that was a good weld so that I could make sure I'm doing things right, but we'll pull it off right there. What color is that? It's green exotic on the bottom, and I think it's got a layer of turbo cobalt, but when you use turbo cobalt in a piece like this, a backing for the dichroic glass, it tends to turn more like a cobalt blue. cobalt, when you're using it for backing, tends to lighten up a shade or two. Anyway. Yeah, it has more movement to it. It sort of makes it look like he's just walking across or stopping for a quick second saying, oh, somebody's watching me, I better stop and freeze. You know, it's just the way they are. Okay, let's see something else that I can repair real quick. Yeah. One of my conch shells. The outer lip, I'm having trouble with those. I don't tend to put it in the oven immediately, which is my problem. And it tends to stress out and crack right where the lip of these things go together. It's the lizard. The lizard appears. Yeah. Actually, we do have lizards in my part of the country. They crawl all over the place. Yeah, these are solid. And the conch shell is solid also. If that's what you're asking. I did some really interesting stuff just recently that's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. We'll get there, right? What I'm doing, if you're wondering, is I'm warming this up. And I've learned a long time ago how to take something from cold on the bench to ease it into the fire. You learn how to do it, and when you think you've warmed it in long enough, warm it some more. It's all of the wisdom that I can give you on that one. Because you think, hey, I've done it long enough, and you put it back, you put it in the flame, and it goes. Glad to see that people are watching even at this late at night. This is my normal waking hours. Was going to go to the gas conference, but my car picked a good weekend to need a lot of repair. And it still needs more. Like, I didn't have that much. But I'll survive. Yeah. Yeah. All the money I was going to spend up that direction, I had some tax refund money and some stuff, and sure enough, I went the tax refund. And then some. More than I wanted to spend. But at least I know that the car will be safe and in runnable condition for a while to come. You know how that is. Yeah, and I've been watching some of them from home too. I'm sort of like, yeah, but that's okay. My times will come where I'll be out there and I'll be doing some demoing and doing some great work for everybody. Well, actually, I do that anyway with my YouTube videos. I love putting myself out there and teaching that way. It's a neat feeling. It really is to have somebody say thanks for that little helpful hint, and to also see where you do something like these conch shells, for instance. I did a conch shell, and then one of my followers started doing her conch shells and surpassed me 9 times out of 10 with it, and it was like, whoa! It's surprising how you can you know, one person can pick up on something and really work it. You know, like some people are meant to be on football teams. Some people are meant to be quarterbacks. Some meant to be tight ends. Some meant to, you know, just be the punter. Some are meant to do the, you know, you work as a team. But sometimes you have individual specialties. That's a cool thing. Okay, glass is definitely the best art medium. Yes, it is. I have to read that with my the didymiums and the screen from where the chat is. I gotta really concentrate on what you guys are saying. We'll get there. Okay, this guy's looking pretty good, and I'm going to call that quits on him. I just need to fire him out for a while. This warm-out flame is very important, and I find with the Carlisles and stuff, they have a better warm-out flame capability because you can put more oxygen on the outer ring that helps it stop blowing itself out when you're doing the flaming out. You just make dab tools. Hey, you can put a little flare of artistic animals on a dab tool. Like make one into a turtle or you know, flying saucer for that matter. Instead of everybody's grand old little dab tool, you can add a little panache to them. I mean, you could have a goblet, or you can have a goblet. I gotta fix this guy up here, right where I was. I forgot I had a cold well right where I had his mouth at. Come to think of it. Warm him in a little bit. I did this one today, well yesterday, excuse me, on YouTube. I get on their live too and ask for requests, and worked out pretty good. In that. Never what I can do alone, it's what everybody else is doing, thinking and adding their images to at the same time. There's that. Second down. Yeah, see, you can do a regular goblet or a goblet turtle. I also have done a couple with the mermaid and a couple with the a dragon in it. Okay, we got this crab that could use a few legs. So we're going to fix him up a little bit. Got to get some cobalt blue here. Yeah, the turtle is awesome. Actually, that belongs to Gabe. He won my 500 subscription giveaway, and I still haven't sent it to him. It's not that it's not going to get to him. It's just that I have a tie pin that I have that I was going to sign my name with it, and I misplaced this tie pin. And I'm a lazy cuss, what can I say? Right? Right. But it is his. Even though it's in my possession, it's still his. That's the way I look at it. May sound funny. And even, to tell you the truth, even if you have a figurine of mine in your possession, it's still mine. Whether you realize it or not. Just like, you know, if you have a Picasso painting, it's still a Picasso painting. You know, it always it's always recognized Picasso. Right? Right. Simple fact, right? There we go. Making a little crab. Getting his legs right. See there? Yeah, it makes it worth a lot more in the long run. I might, if I can't find that tie pin in the next day or two, I have a backup, and I could probably do the backup anyway. It's, I did a little millie with my initials in it a long time ago. They aren't perfect either, but it'll at least have something that says, you know, I did it. There we go. Almost there. I think I got to do one more leg a little bit better than the others, and then I'm going to call this crab fixed. Stay. A little cold weld over here. There we go. Get the other side looking decent. Okay. Okay, we got the eyes going pretty good. Fix this up a little bit better. Yeah, fix this one leg a little bit better than this. There we go. And this other leg wanted to uncooperate a little bit, so we're going to add a little bit more to him. There we go. I'm going to just make him like a sit-down sculpture. Cap him off, fire polish him up, and he's done. This is just a pile of stuff that I've had sitting around. You know, you let it sort of accumulate sometime. Then you can go back and fix a few of them. Like this guy, I'm not going to work on him today, but he's going to be close. He's got a leg that needs to be replaced. But this guy, all he needs is a leg replaced. So I'm going to fix him up real quick. Not a leg, but just a toe. So I'm going to get him right now so he can be totally fixed. You know, like totally okay. And he's done. Well, not quite yet, but he's getting there. Stretch that toe a little bit different. There we go. Left side. Let's see. Oh yeah, he needs a wing. Silicon dragon. And it's a stopper too. Got a number 10 joint on there. So that's a cool deal. Could be fun. Send him to me for collab. Okay, we'll get there. What type of things do you... Oh yeah, you do dab stuff. That's right. Well, that's a good deal. I haven't done much for the dabs, but I need to. Thought I had him a good weld on there, but I better make sure it's good this time. There we go. Get back to that. Now I gotta warm this in real good. So we're gonna collapse. This is a very interesting technique to how to warm things in. You really got to know what you're doing. Well, since I've been at it since 1982, I've learned a few tricks. I'm not a master by a long shot. Got some great techniques though. Love to share. Grab that. Okay. There we go. This should work for it, I think. It's up to 10. I just know. It's again, it's one of those acquired techniques. Here we go. Fold and pull. Pull it out. Fold it over. Pull it out. Fold it over. Until you get what you want, and then pull it back and pull it off. There we go. Close enough. Now to warm it back out again. Say I was going to use stopper, no. It is hollow. It's tobacco water pipe. See, it doesn't have to be just a dabber. This is like a bowl to a water pipe, so. Got a little flair to it. It doesn't have to be just simple. It can be complicated or as easy to like, I guess you could say. Oops, somebody's tail come out. I'll fix that later. And that's about ready. Okay, let's see what else we got in the chat. Sweet, yes. Okay, I had to read it. I couldn't. That's the thing I like about the YouTube video. Not YouTube, but Facebook video. It leaves the comments to the side, even though you're not sure when the comment was made. Some of the comments that were actually said by you guys are there so that you can read it. But in YouTube, once you finish the live chat room, or once you finish the live feed, the chat room goes away, and all of that information that was said in the room is gone, which is interesting to say the least. So, okay, now let's pick something else. Oh yes, here we go. I've fixed this guy more than my fair share, and he still needs a little bit of love. This is my interpretation of Toothless. And I set him. This is for Renee Shepherd, and what happened was I set it aside, and before I got it in the mail to her, I've got 3 or 4 things that's got to go out. I'm just being so darn lazy about getting it to somebody. It's pathetic. You know how that is, right? Right. Light it up again. Okay. And I actually even had 2 different colors. It's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see it or not. We got the red side and we got the regular side. Okay, we're going to do cold weld probably. Let's put it to one of his hands. Oops, might help if I put the glasses on. Here we go. Stay. Now warm them in again. All right, Graceful. Now I broke his other thing off. Didn't have a good enough touch to it. Tweezers. Everything all at once, right? There we go. And I lost the leg too. I'll get to it. I'm just being mean to this guy. There's his leg. Not his leg. Give a good name to it. I guess it's a cold well tag, or a tag is, it's a hot punte, you put it on a cold piece like that, and then you can put it into a piece like so. You screw it in, and then it comes off right where the punte was. This is a cool thing. Right there. Yeah. See if I can find that wing. Right down. Come here, wing. Where'd you go, boy? So that talking to it's gonna melt, right? Oh well. Good thing I know who the artist was that made it. To get a replacement going. My dragon, yeah. He's jumpy. Thanks a lot. That's okay though. It's made out of turbo cobalt. Uh-oh. I say uh-oh because I added the wing and it attached to its attached to its ear. Setting up. Now it's not the right colored glass. Let's get the right colored glass in there. Please. Table to roll, hopefully. No. Like this one. No. Okay. No. Oh, come on. That's going to use it here. No. Oh, come on. I just want some table cobalt. That's blue, so maybe this will do. Okay, let's take them down a notch or two. Okay, what do we got? Oh, you're not. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Somehow it moved. Yeah, he's a good one. Dragons have always been my favorite out of all that I do. I guess that's not a bad thing. Mermaids almost came and took over, but dragons have always been my favorite. I haven't got a clue why, but I was just not asked the question why, but to do or die, right? Right. Now let's get some of that wing done. I'm still looking for that stupid thing. You'd think I'd be able to find it, but no, it wants to disappear. I'll clean up the table about a day from now, and oh, there it went. That's the way life is. It's the way life is. Okay, one more tuft to this wing. So what type of torch do you have, Matt? I know I'm getting a little long-winded here. I might just stop this session after I finish this guy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you have a phantom. Cool. And how long have you been working on the torch? Yeah, foot pedal. Everybody likes to have convenience. Me, I'm old school. I sit here and just adjust. Then again, most of the stuff I do, I like to do is, 2 inches or less. Most people like to make them bigger and better. I like to make them smaller and better. It's just my way of doing things. That's why instead of doing a full-fledged, bloomed-up goblet, I decided to start doing mini goblet. I forgot to do the warm out and warm in. The warm out for this guy. Yeah, I guess it would come in handy to have a pedal for this thing sometimes. Just touch it and get the right pressures for the whole 9 yards to stick the stand. There we go, it's nice and blowing in. Too hot, too hot. Now let's tap them off. Fire polish. That guy. Now, with that, I think I will call it quits on this this little endeavor. Made a pipe the other day. Have you seen? I've also got another video channel called Piping Hot Art Glass. Or piping hot art glass, and it's got about. I'll put the URL on my on the chat with this, and like I said, I'll put a link to the URL, and it's got like only 6 videos on there right now, but I plan on doing about 3 or 4 of them in the next couple of days. I've got the time and effort to do it with. But again, I've done like a seahorse one. I've done a couple of them straight from scratch within 20 minutes. I mean, where I actually did the color tubing, encased it, and made a figurine pipe in 20 minutes or less. And it worked out pretty cool. That's just the way life is sometimes. Again, I will put the link in this section here so you can see it. And thanks for watching. I will probably get back. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to shut this one down and go right into a video and uplink it to the piping hot art glass. So until next time. Actually, let me do a quick. Okay, I'm still here. But here we go. I wanted to show you some of these things that I was doing. Of course, yeah, knock it over, break it, and you have to fix it again. But those are the things that I was working on. There's that piece here. So, thank you. I appreciate you watching. I love an audience, even if it's just one person. And it's I guess it's not a voyeuristic, but the, can't think of the other word. But letting people watch me. Love that. Plus, I love teaching. So, Matt, I will put the link to this probably within the next half hour or so. Thanks for watching, and yeah, the mini goblets I'm enjoying doing. I really have been. It's been a change for me. I was watching on Torch Talk, and they had Garrett Oakes on there, and he literally did a big goblet, probably about about 6 to 8 inches tall. And I thought to myself, hey, I've got some of those talents, and I can make it smaller. And did, and I like the results. Need to take a quick nap too. So, have a good one, Matt. And as always, I have 2 sayings when I finish off my things in YouTube. One of them is carpe vitro, which means seize the glass. And the other one is enjoy your day.